Hey, it's Wednesday, and time for another Q's Corner. Today I'm going to talk about something that may be a little off-putting for some people, but it's the truth. And in Q's Corner, we talk about deeper personal stuff that sometimes can be hurtful or thought-provoking for other people. But of course, you know what you gotta watch. So on Monday, I talked with one of my loan officers that had some news about a new client that I've gotten, just giving me an update on their application process. And then somehow the conversation meandered into how I am the only Black real estate agent that represents Coldwell Banker in a very large radius. And that reminded me that in most cases in my life, being a military kid living all over the world, I've been one of few Black individuals in a group, whether it be, on a sports team, in a classroom, at an organization, or the token, meaning the only Black person there. And for me, it's been an interesting world to navigate. With Coldwell Banker, I don't have to try and be someone I'm not, but there are a lot of times where it's like, I get nervous just because I think too much on, okay, cool. Am I going to get the police called on me for doing an open house in a very affluent, maybe mostly white neighborhood? Or, if I go into an organization and I express some things about how there's not as much representation as there should be, will I get, some ugly looks, get in trouble, or, reprimanded for speaking the truth? And it was a funny reminder that I'm a Black guy in an industry that is mostly run by white individuals. I think there was a survey back in 2017 by the National Association of Realtors that 74% of the realtors within the National Association of Realtors were white. Luckily we've had a lot of companies that, especially Coldwell Banker, that are really trying to address these issues. And then agents like myself who, are addressing those issues in the homeownership realm as well, because there's 13% of Black individuals that are, realtors within the National Association of Realtors. And there's a very large gap of Black homeownership between white homeownership. And then sprinkle everybody else in, Hispanics, Asians, etc. Like, that's tough. Like, we really have to do something about making sure that people of color are represented better in industry, in wealth, in homeownership, in everything, because we are a world full of people from many different backgrounds, many different cultures, many different areas. And in America, that's even more true. Yeah, a lot of people say we are a melting pot of people, but that doesn't always get represented statistically. Like I said, real estate brokerage representation is mostly white. Homeownership and generational wealth, mostly white. in government, mostly white. There are so many places where representation is not there. And I don't have anything against anybody on this earth. But What I do feel like is there needs to be more representation of people, representation of our makeup as a country, as a world. And that's why I follow my mantra that representation is key. Because you get more people like me, you get more people that are Hispanic or Latinx or Asian or whatever into the mix. I mean, how much better can we be? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd love to have everybody involved in everything we do versus there being poor representation or a lack of representation of many different people. I know that's probably harsh for me to, well, harsh for your ears to hear, but it's the truth. I've been the token, and I'm sure there's plenty of other Black individuals, Hispanic individuals, Asian individuals that have been the token in many different groups, in many different organizations, and that's got to change. So that's Q's Corner for today. Tough conversation. Maybe it'll spark some things in your brain. You know, like I said, there's tons of companies addressing these type of issues, whether it be corporate representation, you know, broker ownership, which is a program that, you know, Coldwell Banker started a while ago. And in many other aspects of the businesses that run our country, there needs to be a better representation. So, as I always say, remember, representation is key. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it, whatever you want to do. Comment about how you feel if you were a token, or if you're like, hey, yeah, you're right, there needs to be better representation. But if all else, remember, representation is key.